western bluebird, Cialia mexicana. Beautiful bird. Look at that. Beautiful plumage. It's got that little bit of brown underneath it. Yeah. Cialia mexicana, western bluebird. Right here at Paso Picacho Campground. Usually when I see blue-colored birds, most of the time I'm looking at western scrub jays and stellar jays, but no, this is a western bluebird. So this is the Paso Picacho Campground. I've parked here a couple times. Oh, we got more bluebirds flying around too. Right in the little blue elderberry. Kind of hard to see on camera, of course. It's hard to get close to them. But yeah, there are a few western bluebirds flying around. I'm pretty sure these are western bluebirds. There's also a mountain bluebird, I believe, too, that's related. Here's some Baja chorus frogs. There's supposed to be a trail near here too. There's a little use trail. Let's see if I can get close to the action. Just finished up a hike over on Stonewall Peak. I'm hearing some Baja chorus frogs croaking. Haven't heard that in over a month. Last time I heard them croaking was in little coastal canyons of San Diego, and that was back in early April. There's a lot more water up here in the mountains. Today was definitely a very good day for herping. Not only did I got to see a couple granite spiny lizards, of course the usual western fence lizards and occasional side blotch lizard, but a speckled rattlesnake, a San Diego alligator lizard. I gotta say I made out like a bandit today. But yeah, here's a little trail right here. It's in the meadow. I'm trying to see if I can get to where that little bit of action was. I heard some croaking over here, and I want to see if I can find out what's going on. Must be some water down here. This is very beautiful here. Predominantly Jeffrey pine here, mixed in with California black oak, occasional canyon live oak, and even southern coast live oak. So, guessing the croaking is coming from down here, because there's a basin right there. There's California black oak. This is an oldie. Fortunately, mistletoe is really taking over. Really taking over this tree. You can see a lot of mistletoe here. I think I see a mallard over there too. Some kind of look like a water bird, unless it's a branch. But yeah, you see this here. This is mistletoe. So you're thinking why these oak trees still have leaves on them in the middle of winter. These are the deciduous oaks, Quercus kelloggi, the ones that shed their leaves in autumn. But the reason why you see clumps of leaves is because of these clumps of mistletoe. Must be I think these are a species of Phoradendron. I'm not really too hip to separating my species of mistletoes. But you can see, after a while, they form these woody base, literally epiphytic, I should say hemiparasitic shrubs that literally grow out of the bark and wood of a host, like a tree. This is a pretty nice sized black oak too. This has got a pretty nice trunk on it, pretty nice base. But yeah, this one's very heavily infested with mistletoe. Wouldn't be surprised if it's affecting the health of this tree. The tree doesn't look too much in rough shape. I mean, it's leafing out quite nicely here in this beautiful mid-spring day here. Today's May 9th. I was originally just going to do a clip with the bluebirds that I saw at first, but then I just saw a few more things and heard the frogs croaking, so I figured I'd try to go investigate and see if I could see something. But I'm not going to walk off the trail around on a fragile meadow ecosystem. I was kind of a bad boy earlier when I hiked up Stonewall Peak. I went to tried to get to the peak next to it called Little Stonewall and did some bushwhacking. Now here we go. We got an incense cedar here. Multi-trunk incense cedar growing right next to this darker trunk right here. This is a jeffrey pine. So we got a multi-trunk incense cedar here, Calocedrus decurrens, and a much larger jeffrey pine. That's pretty neat over here. This is going to be just a short video, kind of showing off the area a little bit. I'll probably explore more of the campground on days when I get here earlier. I didn't get to the trailhead till probably about 10:30 this morning. And this is after the hike. We got some really tall western chokecherries. Pinus virginiana variety demissa. Gonna be flowering very soon. Very nice thicket. I don't know if there's a 2-trunk jeffrey pine in here or 2 jeffrey pines, single trunk. But yeah, we got this beautiful thicket, western chokecherry, very nice, tall, at least probably about 15 feet tall. And some different varieties of chokecherry can become small trees, from what I understand. Probably Pinus virginiana variety virginiana, which excuse me, doesn't grow here. I think it's the only variety we have is variety demissa. And they tend to be shrubbier. Beautiful, beautiful shrub here. All right, I'm just going to wander a little bit more and see if I can find anything else before I loop back to my car, which is just in the parking lot. All right, find this little mini trail here. Oh, we got a patch of hoary nettle here too. These all sticks here, these are previous year's growth. We got here, this is what's sprouting out of the ground. This is the new spring growth from the roots. This is Ortica dioica subspecies holoceracea. It's a plant you really don't want to touch. It doesn't typically have the lasting effect like poison oak, where it sneaks up on you. You touch it and you don't know, and a couple days later you break out in a rash. This plant hits you right away. It's like a burning, stinging, itchy sensation. That's pretty intense. I've only experienced it once, and that was at Palomar Mountain State Park, and that was when I was in 6th grade. I was 11 and a half years old at Palomar Mountain, at my 6th grade outdoor camp, and I unwittingly touched it, and it burnt like the dickens. I still remember it today. It's not a plant you really want to touch. Like I said, at least it doesn't sneak up on you like poison oak. Like within seconds to a minute, you can feel it. You can feel those sharp hairs jabbing into you. And then the compound's really smart. But yeah, we're lucky to have these jeffrey pines to have survived. The cedar fire in this campground was protected. These are some decent trees here. These are pretty decent sized jeffrey pines. I've seen much larger jeffrey pines especially in the San Bernardino Mountains here in Southern California, and obviously in the Sierras. But these are very nice, mature, healthy, luscious trees. Very nice. Very beautiful here. That's where I hiked earlier this afternoon. Like the good old Stonewall Peak. I could see the hand railing up there. Because when I was up there, I could see people walking around down here. You can actually see the people walking around here in the campground. This is our exit area. This is where you leave the campground. All right. I'm just going to go walk this little path and then I'll catch up with you. Got a lot of these little mini bridges because during really wet times, water can really accumulate in these low-lying areas here. So we're at an elevation of roughly about 4,860, 4,870 feet. I think there's actually a benchmark. Oh, here we got something soaring. What we got here? What we got here? I believe that was I think that was a turkey vulture. I believe that's what that was. I've got another big bird of prey flapping around over. Well, actually, they're not really flapping. They're riding the thermals. That's what's keeping them up in the air. We are near where bald eagles have been reported over by Cuyamaca Lake. But these definitely appear to be turkey vultures. I think I see some reddish towards the head. But I don't really get a good sight, really good clear line of sight. They're kind of high up and away from us. But they seem to be circling something. You'll see them kind of coming back around. So this place is a really good place to study your herps. In other words, reptiles and amphibians. Definitely a great place to study your birds. Learn about birds. And I'm trying to step my game up and get my ornithology game better. Because I'm definitely at the very beginner level of birding. But I can see why people get real passionate and real crazy and they join clubs and everything. I can understand why. Because it is a part of our awesome nature. So, birding and ornithology, birding and I'd say amateur ornithology is quite challenging. You really gotta have patience and be really good at looking at the smaller details. I'm that way with a lot of plants and stuff like that. With plants, but to be that way with birds, birds are always on the move. Birds are flapping and moving away, hopping and soaring. This is weird. There's a Chaparral Yucca seed capsule. Somehow got split over here. I can see all these little black seeds. This is from Hesperoyucca, whipplei. It's a Chaparral Yucca. Those are the seeds. Actually, quite easy to germinate. I germinated them the first time, and I still have one left. But yeah, here I am. Figured I'd make a short little video. This is not comprehensive of the whole campground. There's still more areas to explore. Probably in an upcoming video or something. Maybe on a day where I'm not really planning on climbing the peaks. Which, it's been kind of rare. It's been kind of rare lately for me. I've been spending a lot more time climbing peaks, but this is it. Beautiful Paso Picacho. Restrooms, picnic tables, and campsites are more towards this way, which I haven't really explored yet. Thanks for watching my small video about some of the nature here at Paso Picacho. Come out here and enjoy these jeffrey pines. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.